New York City is charging into the future. Brand new stations are opening, promising sleek designs, smoother commutes, and vibrant neighborhood transformations. Travelers and locals alike will experience a transit revolution that boosts accessibility and energizes the economy. It's a thrilling leap forward, and it's all being unveiled in today's episodes of Great Trainspeed. Buckle up, because the city's next chapter is arriving fast and full of momentum. The Penn Station Access Project is one of the most ambitious rail expansions to come to the New York metropolitan area in recent years. Spearheaded by the Metropolitan Transportation Authority, MTA. This initiative is set to change how commuters travel between the East Bronx, Westchester, Connecticut, and Manhattan, offering a crucial direct connection to Penn Station, one of the busiest transportation hubs in the United States. Currently, residents in the East Bronx and Connecticut must rely on indirect train routes, often requiring multiple transfers to reach Manhattan's West Side. This inefficient network not only makes daily commutes long and burdensome, but also limits access to economic and cultural opportunities in one of the busiest cities in the world. The Penn Station Access Project seeks to eliminate these inconveniences by creating 4 new ADA accessible stations, including those at Hunts Point, Morris Park, Co-op City, and Parkchester/Van Nest, that will link these underserved communities directly to Manhattan via the Metro North Railroad's New Haven line. This new rail service will cut travel times by as much as 50 minutes for commuters from the Bronx, significantly reducing the time it takes to reach the city center. The project's scale extends far beyond just building new stations. It also includes extensive upgrades to Amtrak's Hellgate line infrastructure. The 19 miles of newly rehabilitated track will not only accommodate the new service, but will also improve Amtrak's long-distance operations along the Northeast Corridor. These upgrades include replacing old bridges, new interlockings, and modernizing the signaling power and communication systems. Breaking ground in December 2022, the project marked a significant milestone, with site surveys, utility relocations, and track upgrades beginning in earnest. With a completion date originally set for 2027, the project has experienced several delays. While the expanded timeline now projects 2030 as the likely finish date, the scale of this project, coupled with the coordination required among various stakeholders, has led to these adjustments. Nevertheless, the Penn Station Access Project holds great promise for improving the region's rail network and providing better access to millions of New Yorkers. With all the progress we've seen on new stations and track work, you might be wondering, has everything really been going as planned behind the scenes? Let's dive into the next part to see what's really happening. And if you're enjoying this, make sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss the latest train updates on our channel. While the Penn Station Access Project promises major benefits for commuters, its success depends on effective collaboration between the MTA and Amtrak. These are the 2 large agencies with significant, often complex roles in the region's rail infrastructure. However, the relationship between these entities has been marked by delays and coordination challenges, particularly when it comes to track access for the necessary construction work on the Hellgate line. According to the terms of the contract, Amtrak was required to provide 30 service outages per year to allow the MTA to complete work on the track and infrastructure needed for the Penn Station Access expansion. Unfortunately, the MTA reported that only 7 outages were granted in the first 2 years of construction, significantly impacting the ability to progress on time. This shortfall caused project delays, forcing the MTA to push back construction schedules and wait for additional access to Amtrak's tracks. In a 2024 independent review, the MTA's investigation pointed to Amtrak's inability to meet the agreed-upon outages as the primary cause of the delays. Jamie Torres Springer, president of MTA Construction and Development, commented, "It started with being unable to take tracks out of service. When they did, their support staff didn't show up, and so the outages were wasted." These failures not only delayed critical infrastructure work, but also revealed the difficulties inherent in coordinating such large-scale, multi-agency projects. The lack of consistent track access hampered the MTA's ability to maintain momentum, frustrating the timeline set for the Penn Station Access Project. However, Amtrak, despite the criticisms, has been working to mitigate the delays. In an October 2024 statement, the railroad operator emphasized its commitment to the project, highlighting the $140 million it had already invested in the expansion. To address the issues, Amtrak has increased its workforce by 190%, providing additional workers to ensure the necessary resources for track work. In addition, Amtrak has agreed to expand 55-hour work windows and offer long-term track outages on both weekdays and weekends to enable more efficient work on the Hellgate line. Additionally, Amtrak has agreed to take over some portions of the work originally scheduled to be performed by the MTA's contractors. Despite Amtrak's efforts, tensions persist over the management of the project, with both the MTA and Amtrak exchanging blame for the delays. However, both parties remain committed to seeing the project through to completion, and cooperation moving forward will be key to ensuring the Penn Station Access project is completed successfully. As with many major infrastructure initiatives, coordination between agencies, especially when they share critical resources, is a delicate process requiring mutual cooperation and flexibility. Amid all the change, one question remains: what do the people think? The announcement of 4 new Metro North stations underway has sparked a wave of reactions across online platforms, revealing a spectrum of emotions from hopeful anticipation to regional rivalry. For many transit enthusiasts and daily commuters, the expansion represents more than just infrastructure, and it's also a symbol of progress, accessibility, and long-awaited change. Among the most vocal are those expressing sheer excitement. One user exclaimed, "Metro North don't play games. They are coming to Albany soon. This is a bold declaration of confidence in the agency's momentum." Others echoed this enthusiasm with celebratory remarks like, "Hell yeah!" and "Let's go! Make it happen, Metro North." These reactions reflect a growing optimism that the expansion will bring tangible benefits to underserved areas and improve regional connectivity. The Bronx, in particular, emerged as a focal point of hope. "Please let it come. The Bronx needs it desperately," wrote one commenter, highlighting the borough's long-standing need for better transit options. The inclusion of city ticket eligibility at the new stations was another cause for celebration. Best part about this, all the new stations to and from Penn Station accept city tickets since they're in the Bronx, one user noted, pointing out the affordability and convenience this brings to local riders. Transit fans also saw the expansion as a step toward broader dreams. Finally, one step closer to that Miles in Transit video of traveling the NEC with only commuter rail, one enthusiast shared, referencing a popular YouTube channel that documents transit journeys. Not all reactions were purely celebratory, though. Some users used the moment to critique other systems. "Gee, SEPTA should feel bad," one comment read, drawing a comparison between Metro North's bold moves and perceived stagnation in Philadelphia's transit network. This kind of commentary underscores how transit developments can stir competitive sentiments among riders across different cities. Others saw the expansion as a challenge to neighboring states. "Connecticut needs to do better now. I'm tired of being tied to a car all the time," one frustrated commuter wrote. The implication is clear. Metro North's progress is raising expectations and putting pressure on other regions to follow suit. Beyond the emotional responses, some users appreciated the practical and recreational aspects of the new stations. "We get more places to railfan the Metro North and Amtrak together," one enthusiast pointed out, celebrating the opportunity for train spotting and photography. For these fans, the expansion is about culture and community. The construction of 4 new Metro North stations has sparked lively online debate, revealing how deeply people care about transit. Whether hopeful, critical, or excited, many are rooting for Metro North as it reshapes regional rail. And that's a wrap for today's video. Thanks for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did making it. See you in the next one. Take care.